A great story.
How you guys doing today? My name is Aaron Hall, and I'm out here with the Duke University football team. I'm defensive tackle. I wear number 99, and I'm out here with Cause. As you guys can see on the sign, we just want to help Amazon workers have better working conditions. We want y'all to sign this union card for us. We want to help give you guys better PTO, better working conditions, better paid for you guys work here. So just please help us and please sign the card. Thank you.
Hey, sign that card. Amazon workers, sign that card.
We love you.
That was Aaron Hall, a defensive tackle for Duke University's football team. He and others are fighting for the rights of Amazon workers. And in case you've been living under not even a rock, a boulder.
We are not anti-union, but we are not neutral either. While we understand unions work in some industries, they would conflict with our culture, customer obsession, and direct working relationship.
Throughout Amazon's 25-year history, there have been multiple rumblings of workers trying to unionize.
The people, united, will never be defeated.
But none of those efforts have been successful. Amazon remains non-union, in part by training its managers how to handle union efforts, like in this video, which was sent to Whole Foods managers in 2018.
We do not believe unions are in the best interest of our customers, our shareholders, or most importantly, our associates.
Efforts by big businesses to fend off organized labor are increasingly common in America, while union membership has dropped considerably since its heyday 50 years ago.
Because Amazon despises unions. Take Staten Island workers trying to unionize, for example.
But Amazon went to great lengths to ensure a no vote. Amazon plastered the inside of the warehouse with anti-union posters, and workers accused management of removing union material from break rooms.
Sorry, I was just wondering what you have right here.
It is illegal to take down union literature when it's in a break room.
2 founding members of the union, fired by Amazon in 2020 under questionable circumstances, were unable to vote. Chris Smalls.
Last year I was fired, wrongfully terminated for holding a protest.
And Gerald Bryson.
You can see the paperwork now. We know what they said, so why am I jobless?
As we have also learned firsthand.
How realistic are the rates that they're giving you?
I mean, what's realistic at all?
Unrealistic. Not realistic?
No.
There's absolutely no way to make rate. You know, you got to find little ways to cheat it.
Because once you hit rate, by the end of the week, they raise it, they bump it up again. Because they start saying, hey, people could hit those rates, could hit those numbers. Hey, let's push them a little harder.
An ex-Amazon worker would speak with PBS Frontline.
You have security cameras right behind you at all times that are looking at you 24/7. And if you don't meet standards or the rates, you're out the door, you're just disposable.
Every worker has a scanner at all times that basically track exactly where you're at.
And they have a little blue line at the bottom of the screen, and it has like how many seconds that you have to have it done by the time it hits 0. And it puts you into panic mode.
Let's also not forget this. In Indiana, an Amazon worker died. They were just 20 years of age. Per the Post, the deceased was trying to clear an obstruction on an overhead package conveyor. He was en route to the jam in an elevated lift when his head collided with the conveyor and became trapped by the machinery, according to a September 18th safety order. He died of blunt force injuries. The company, worth an estimated $2.2 with a T trillion, had to pay a fine of $7,000. To be clear, that is the maximum fine in Indiana. Says a lot. In Spokane, Washington, an employee working on the robotics floor collapsed and died. In Colorado Springs, Colorado, an employee suffered a heart attack and died just moments before the 5 p.m. mark, when their shift would be completed for the day. One may remember, because I'm sure you do, this is the story when social media posts went viral of alleged employees describing the scenes and painting the picture of what they saw in that warehouse. They would claim the facility did not shut down after all of this occurred. KKTV 11 received calls claiming boxes were used to hide the dead body. Does this ring a bell to you? It should. Edwardsville, Indiana, the site of another miss from Amazon. In 2021, tornadoes would sweep through the Midwest. The Amazon facility would be hit. From Reuters, the company told their workers to shelter in place. However, a friend of the deceased would say, quote, "They all want to blame the building. But what about the response inside? They shouldn't have had to keep working when they knew the storm was coming. In all, 6 workers would perish." One report published in 2023 wrote that 17 people had been killed in Amazon warehouses since the year 2018. One journalist even went undercover and spoke on their experience.
And while I went into the warehouse in 2016, I was really shocked by some of the things I saw there. I've worked in warehouses before this. It's not as if I was afraid of hard work or as if I'd never been in a kind of warehouse environment. But the atmosphere of the Amazon warehouse I worked in was what I imagine the atmosphere of a low security prison would feel like.
Back to Duke football, because they mentioned cause. So what is it all about? CAUSE stands for Carolina Amazonians United for Solidarity and Empowerment. Quite simply, they are asking workers at the facility, which is located south of Raleigh, to sign union authorization cards, a preliminary step to call for an election. Organizers have to get at least 30% of workers to sign the cards within a year, directly from their GoFundMe. Despite our hard work and all the wealth increases of the corporate executives of Amazon and their shareholders, the workers deal with food and housing insecurity, mental health issues stemming from the workplace, toxic management that engages in discriminatory behavior and ignores workplace harassment and financial hardship. So we decided to do something about this, and we created CAUSE. It's an entirely worker-led committee made up of current and former Amazon associates. Our aim is to unionize RDU1 in Garner, North Carolina, and to have CAUSE in all Amazon warehouses throughout North and South Carolina. We are building a different kind of organization, a union organization that will be built to not only engage, empower, and educate our workers and members, but the community as a whole. They would also say, and this is via the News and Observer, among the demands, CAUSE wants Amazon to pay a $30 an hour minimum starting wage, give 180 hours a year in paid leave time, and provide workers with a full hour paid break during shifts, which the group says often stretch more than 10 hours. If successful, the independent union would collectively bargain pay and benefits on behalf of workers. I am obviously all in favor of this. What I see as, which is always going to happen, a hurdle is this. A $2 trillion company is going to put out metaphorically, an all-out assault on the workers, their demands, how unions cannot work, how they don't work, how they don't benefit the workers, when really, of course, they do. And what this is going to show is the power and wherewithal and the strategies and forces that a $2 trillion company has versus those that help make them into a $2 trillion company. Our own, formerly owned Ken Klippenstein, who has a great Substack, by the way. He left The Intercept, is doing his own thing. I highly recommend you go check it out. He is the one that broke the story of Amazon workers peeing in bottles. When I, on this show, try and at least bring to light the idea of class solidarity, it is this. Some may even be saying, who are a little bit longer in the tooth that could come across this video, saying that, oh, $30 an hour is a bit much, don't you think? No. I think at this point they should be paid more. I think they have worked their tails off so much and given so much so Jeff Bezos can fly his little fun ship to the moon just for kicks. I think they should have a stake in the damn company at this point. What they are doing and the horror stories that we have heard, it is all power to the workers. It is all power in class consciousness, and it is the least amount of power in the board and those who run this company. Because what they are doing is squashing the rights of workers, telling them that they are nothing, telling them that they are replaceable. But the whole reason that Whitey went on the moon, as we learned from Gil Scott-Heron, is because of those who clock in every day and are monitored every day. A shift needs to change. And certainly this is a start.